Thank you for joining me. Today's video is about getting unstuck. How I identify with stuckness is that we start to loop around these 4 states of being: fight, flight, freeze, and fawning. These are part of the default network system. What is great about the default network system is that it helps us to locate ourselves in space and time. So we need to know that. That is why it's so great. The default network system is not good to live in there. It's not good to live in fight, being reactive, flight, taking off in situations that really are requiring us to be responsive. Freeze is when we are like a deer in the headlight. And fawning is when we just go along with the program, right? These are not how we want to be living. And yet, sometimes we find ourselves stuck in these ways of being. So in this video, I'm going to share 5 to 7 tips from neurolinguistic programming to energy medicine to hatha yoga. Thank you so much. The first tip I'd like to share with you is to just allow yourself to be stuck. We don't always understand that there's a system error going on with us. So we have to give ourselves permission to just be where we're at, be present with what is, and throw a fit over it. Before you go about doing something like this, if you have a partner or a family member or family that you're living with, let them know that you're going to allow yourself the full expression of how you feel, what you're going through. Now, I'm not suggesting harming anyone, harming yourself, or doing something inappropriate. I'm saying that giving yourself permission to feel stuck is really the first step in being present with what is. Second step is to take your mind off of autopilot. Easier said than done. And how you go about this is that you get all of your thoughts that are going through your head down on paper. You are writing your stream of consciousness. You're just writing all the thoughts that are going through your mind. You're not censoring them. You're getting them out of the body and onto a piece of paper. Once you do this, you'll notice that your nervous system is starting to slow down. And once they're slowed down, once your thought process is slowed down, you begin to be in the present moment. Tune into your breath. In and out through the nose. Then you tune into a sound outside of your body, like maybe a fan or some traffic. For me, it's children playing in the schoolyard. And once you do that, that is the sure way of knowing that you are out of fight, flight, freeze, and now are living in the present moment. My personal favorite is to connect with a friend, reaching out to someone that I trust and that I consider that they are deeply resourced. This is not a complaining situation. This isn't where you call someone up and complain to. This is someone that you can trust, that you do trust, and you can confide in them, and they can just listen without feedback. The idea to reach out to someone that is deeply resourced is that they're going to hold space, and you are just going to let the conversation, your inner dialogue, continue as a narrative. And through them just holding space and listening, you will begin to hear yourself and what you're caught up with. And then through that, you'll be able to retell a new narrative. This is super, super powerful. This is my go-to magic trick on how to get unstuck. So know who you're going to call. Jot some notes down right now. Who would that be in your world that you can call, and they can just be a mirror, a silent mirror, and you can hear your own old narrative that is going to lead you to a much better resourced story. Tracking the stuckness backwards. Now this technique is straight out of NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming. The beauty of this exercise is that it begins to build this inner awareness. And what's so special about that is that it begins to build new neural pathways. So what you want to start to do is, when you're feeling stuck, stop and retrack your thinking. What kind of thinking led you to feeling stuck? And when you retrack it and you have a aha moment, that's where you can refocus and begin again. This next technique is about your imagination. Image in action. This is your superpower. This is what gives you permission to get unstuck and be inspired by an improved future. Imagine achieving your goals and how being stuck in the past are just moments that have been part of your process. You're in a process. And part of being in this process is about empathy. Self-empathy is the best medicine when you're feeling stuck. Empathy is different than victim, perpetrator, martyr. It's different than fight, flight, freeze, or fawning. Empathy is a really compassionate way to be with ourselves. I'd like to end this with my classic last tip, and it's about remembering a powerful and productive moment in your life. Again, this is classic NLP. So just take a moment here to remember a time when you really felt resourceful. Step back into that time. See what you saw, hear what you heard, and feel what you felt. When you feel your state change, that's the moment to take action. Getting unstuck requires a combination of changing your state supported by action. Thank you for joining me. This is Vicchi Oleski. Please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more info.